Hello, it's me, Mayo Hosko, and this is my second live stream for today because I noticed that I had some 3 hours left on StreamYard and I want to exhaust them all before I pay for StreamYard later on tonight. And let me just do a quick little audio test before I pay for StreamYard later on tonight. And let me just do a quick little audio test. And that's weird. Before I pay for StreamYard later on tonight. And let me just do a quick little audio test. And that's weird. Before I pay. Something's not right here. There's my face. Let me try edit this avatar. See what happens. For some reason it's not coming up. Let me quickly see. Okay, now you can see my profile. That was a little bit weird. And apparently we already have 2 likes somehow. So thank you for whoever those are. The only reason I wanted to do this live stream because Venomous Taipan said that he was going to be available at around 9 p.m. And so just waiting on Venomous Taipan to come in here. Because Venomous Taipan said that he would be available at this time. So hello to StreamYard. And let me just put this ticker tape up. There we go. Okay, we are just waiting for Venomous Taipan to come in here. Gonna see where he's at. Where is Venomous Taipan at? Let's try call him on Messenger. I'm sorry if you can hear the noise outside my room right now. Hello, Irish Andrew. Just trying to call Venomous Taipan on Messenger, see where he's at. And we have a guest. And speak of the devil, it's Venomous Taipan. Can't hear you. I can't hear your volume, Venomous.
It's fine.
Hello? Are you there?
I should be there.
Your volume is really, really low.
Yes, I know. This is the issue I had last time. I'm fixing it as we speak.
And we have Axel Plate in the comments. Thank you for showing up, guys.
Oh, here we go. That's what I need to do.
Maybe you should leave and then come back in.
No, I know what the issue is.
Okay, I can hear you better now.
Yeah, after microphone boost, I forgot to put that on. So that's fine.
Do you have a separate setting outside StreamYard to do that?
Yes, I have to actually go to my computer settings to do all that.
Ah, awesome. So is that an attachment setting?
I don't even know what it is. It's just all like the microphone and speaker settings and stuff. So
Yes. Well, for the first part of this live stream, I just to kind of carry on from the live stream I did last night. I want to see if I can find some of those wide-brimmed helmets so that I can use them to, and also try to find some of the classic brown bow and arrow pieces to see if I can finish building my archers. And then I want to do I want to start working on a project in collaboration with Captain Matt.
All right, yeah.
Actually, I'll get out of there. Not broadcast settings. I want to change, no, not private chat. I want to change the layout from portrait to landscape.
Yes, because you just have to do this.
And I'm quickly just going to um, load up my StreamYard on my computer because
All right, that's fine.
because I'm just waiting for my charge to get up a little bit more.
All right, yeah. How you
So
going,
while I
Axel?
quickly get this sorted out, there might be some people watching right now that don't know who you are.
So, hello everybody in the comments, Irish Andrew and Axel Plate, and everybody else who may be watching this video. My name is Venomous Taipan, a good friend of Mayo Hosko's, and also a fellow content creator as well. I'm sort of doing my own content at the moment. I'm fairly new to this, not as experienced as Mayo, but I am planning to do consistent weekly uploads on a variety of different things, such as Pokemon gameplay that's up there at the moment. Sporting blogs. I do love my sport, so there will be some sporting vlogs in some of the events that I'm going to in the near future, as well as a couple other things on the collections that I have sort of collected over the last few years. So there's a variety of different stuff to, you could say, probably like sports, games, toys, those type of things that are sort of my hobbies. So if you're into that type of thing or want to give it a go, definitely go and subscribe. Still, as I said, still fairly new to me, but any feedback is
I think
good
we have
feedback
another guest.
to be able to
Oh no,
sort
sorry,
of
that's just
grow.
me.
Wow, wow. We've got two Mayos. It's an imposter. But yeah, so yeah, go check that out. I believe Mayo has that in the description still, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, go check that out. So I'm
Sorry about
planning to
that.
do other things in the future. So I can definitely try and do other games as well. But I definitely just want to stick to the Pokemon one for now, and but we'll definitely go on from there. So, all right. But it's good to see viewers here watching the stream nice and early. Get in while the is it the irons? Oh, I was going to have a saying and I butchered that. Anyway. So, yes. And Mayo is searching for Lego pieces, I believe. You
Actually,
should.
I'm searching for my microphone cable
Oh, right. That is not a Lego piece.
because I need to find that so I can plug in my microphone to my computer.
Oh, yes. That would be helpful.
Yeah.
I'm going the
Okay,
old
where is
fashioned
that
earphones.
little son of a bug?
Well, wouldn't it be next to your computer? Or close to it?
Okay, I think I found it.
You have found the
Yeah.
Holy Grail.
It was still near my microphone because I pretty much keep my microphone in one place normally.
All right, yeah. Well, that's always good. At least you sort of know where it is. So
Now I just need to see if the Blue Yeti microphone is connected, and it's not. Okay, I'm just gonna stop this camera. So there's two Mayos. Sorry about that.
it's double Mayo trouble.
And just try to see if the Blue Yeti can actually connect.
No, it won't
Takes
connect.
a
This
little bit of
technology.
jiggling around sometimes to get this microphone set up.
Let's have a
There we
look. What
go.
have we got in
Now
the
the Blue
comments?
Yeti's working. And we've got Thomas Davey. Hello, hello.
Yeah, I'm
Hello.
not too sure about that, Iris Andrew. That's definitely a question for Mayo.
Um, yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you're right. Just get yourself organised first. Oh, I want my iPad fall off the table. That would not be fun.
Wait, that's better now. Yes. I don't think Axel Plate has seen you before, Venomous. So that's why he says
No, I don't think he.
um
Or he
a
might
new
have
face joins the
briefly.
gang.
He might
Actually,
have briefly in the 32-hour live stream. I
and
don't remember
maybe
the.
in the 8 hour live. Yeah, well, my 8 hour live stream.
Oh yeah, well, your 8 hours, but that's part of the
Yeah,
32
and so
thing. But yeah,
Irish Andrew says, "What is everyone building? I finally got started on the sit complex from Rebrickable this week. It took forever to get the parts from Lego. I could only imagine." And yes, Irish Andrew, you are 100% correct. The Rebrickable model is not called the sitcom tower. It is called the sit complex. So I give you kudos, Andrew, for actually calling it the right name.
what people call it a different name?
Yeah, I think some wires got crossed in the instructions somewhere. And Irish Andrew also
Oh,
says they're cheaper than Bricklink a lot of times. I debate that, but not sure it's worth it with the shipping time. Thoughts? Well, yeah, that's the one down. Yeah, that's a big downside with ordering directly from Lego is that all the pieces have to come from Denmark because they don't have individual pieces at the different distribution centers around the world. So really, only sets can be distributed quickly. Parts normally take anywhere from a fortnight to a month to get to your address, depending on where you are. Um, I'd say that only some pieces are cheaper on Bricks and Pieces or Pick a Brick than Bricklink, but you always know that the pieces are going to be in new condition. I almost said used, and it's much easier to get bulk quantities of a certain piece because you're not restricted by how many pieces or how many quantities of what pieces are in someone's Bricklink store because Lego has an infinite inventory and Bricklink sellers don't.
Which I
So
kind of find ironic.
those are my thoughts, and I hope that answers your question, Irish.
Yeah.
I think depending on what pieces you want to buy, it's a toss-up between ordering from Bricklink private sellers or direct from Lego. And we have Thomas Davey up in here. That's a good one. One Taipan with extra mayo, please.
Well, you're
I'm
not
going
wrong. There was two of them.
Thomas.
Oh, I better turn that off.
And Axel says Denmark isn't so far from me. Yes, because I believe Axel lives in one of the Western European countries.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Thomas Davis says you gotta check all three to get the best deal. Absolutely, shop around.
Yeah, I mean that's like with anything,
what,
especially
Thomas?
online.
I'm pretty sure you have an invite, so you're free to come in if you're not doing anything right now. I'm pretty sure you're both Thomas Davey and Miss Amby have seen the invite. I think Kate and Yeti saw it, but I don't expect Kate and Yeti to come in because I think it's about 2 a.m. in North American Central right now.
2 a.m. And 2
And we all
a.m.
need our good night's sleep. A lot of people in the UK and Europe are waking up right now, so that's why we've got some.
Closer to 4, wouldn't
That's
it?
why we've got some UK and European friends of the channel up in here.
I was going to say it'd be closer to 4, wouldn't it? Because it'd be 5:45 a.m. Eastern.
Well, let me quickly check the.
And Central's 2 hours behind that, is it not? Or was it 1?
Let me
It's
check
quarter to 5 or quarter to 4.
Let me quickly check the world clock. It is Oh
other quarter
yes,
to five.
you're right. Sorry, it's a right. Oh. And Captain Matt can't join. Well, then I am not going to tell you to subscribe to the Captain Matt channel. Then, what? So yeah. So right now it'd be almost 5 a.m. for
Yeah,
for
so it's
Cajun Yeti, and it'd be nearly 4 a.m. for Macro. But
yeah,
for both
time zones
the
are
Cajun
evil.
Yeti and Macro Bricks, you can find links to their channels in the description of every live stream I do on the channel. So feel free to check out my other live streams by going to the Mayo Hosko podcast and live stream playlist. I just need to find the pieces I need to find so that I can start assembling some of the minifigures I want to build.
All right.
Because that's
So
the
what-
main thing I want to do right now is
What
I want the...
minifigs?
I wish Andrew says, oh my god. I'm in the US Central Time Zone. It's 4:45 a.m. here. I've always been a night out. Yes, I prefer to live the nocturnal lifestyle myself. I was awake at 4:45 a.m. watching the Cajun Yeti. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was.
that's
I was
dedication.
watching. I was watching the Cajun Yeti's live stream, but then Sunday night football got really interesting, so I quickly had to leave to check out the football.
Oh yeah, well, interesting or sloppy. You could put it 2 words.
Yeah,
But anyway.
and so I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I left Cajun Yeti's comments on this stream unexpectedly. Sunday night football just got real interesting.
Yes. Yeah, I honestly can't relate to that. Like 4:45, I'd be asleep. The only I don't. When's the last time I've been up at 4:45 in the morning? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness, I can't think.
that's because you're not nocturnal like me. You're an early bird, if anything.
In fact, I got up at 7 to watch the Patriots this morning. So not like the last quarter of
Yeah,
that.
exactly. You get up crazy early
So.
compared to all of
Sometimes,
us.
well, I usually try to get up
No,
at 8:30.
no, not Aussie rules football, American football, the National Football League. I am from South. Well, me and Venomous Taipan are both from South Australia, but I always like to watch the NFL. I wish Andrew said Sunday night football kind of sucked this week. I can't stand the Ravens. Me either.
Really, what's wrong with the Ravens? I mean, I
don't
wouldn't say I
like
love
the
them, but I don't
Ravens.
necessarily hate them.
I don't like. Well, I'll just explain it to some people that know what the NFL is, but might not know who I follow. I support the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC, which is the National Football Conference, and I support the Denver Broncos in the AFC, which is the American Football Conference. Yeah, I actually fell asleep after halftime.
I actually
I
watched
was
most of the
angry.
game, which was kind of weird. It was a very weird game to watch, but
Yeah, and I apologize if any of y'all can hear my family outside my door or the TV going in the background.
yeah.
And I need to move. We got another Chiefs fan.
Okay.
First, clicking Cliff. Now you, Andrew.
There's too many of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cliff. Clicking Cliff either lives near or in Kansas City, so that's why he always sports his Chiefs merchandise and the Royals merchandise.
Well, to be fair, I go for the closest city to me. Does that count? I mean,
Well,
it would
in
be the closest
American
city to us.
in American sports, you just support everyone in the Boston or New England area.
Yes, pretty much.
I support my teams because of the players, and you support your teams because of the locale. I've got some.
Yeah,
stuff.
that is one problem I do actually have with the NFL, Axel. And that's something, especially with Aussie rules, that you definitely, it's definitely like a big switch between the two. Like there are stoppages, but there's nowhere near a stop start as the NFL, and that can be a problem at times for me. But
Oh, by the way, for those who have seen this bag from the Lego store in some of my videos, in here, I think I've got 6 pick-a-brick cups. So this thing is very, very heavy, and I need to move this because I need to get something from up on the table.
I'm kind of surprised it's holding that way. I'm half expecting the pick-a-brick cups to fall straight through the bag.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Axel Plate. You're not wrong about that. The reason why a lot of the reason why association football doesn't have as many ads as what American sports does is because, as you'd probably know, on association football jerseys, they actually have sponsorships. On American sports jerseys, they don't. On the sidelines of a football stadium, they actually have advertisement. But in American sports, except baseball, they don't.
Well,
So
to be fair,
instead of the team owners getting their advertising dollars from TV commercials, they get them from jersey and stadium sponsorship on the sidelines instead.
but to be
Don't
fair,
get
it
me
kinda
start.
makes
Don't
sense, though.
Axel Plate. Don't get me started about Manchester United conceding an equaliser against Chelsea. Don't get me started about that.
Well, to be honest, I don't know how I feel about the Chelsea Man U thing, because correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure Chelsea are top, which doesn't
Yeah.
help the team I support at the moment at all.
Yeah,
But
because
Manchester United as well.
because you support a team that their fans will never walk alone.
Yes, you could definitely say
And
that.
for those who don't know, Tuscan is also from Liverpool.
Oh, is he?
So Tuscan never walks alone either.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I follow it religiously like some other people do, but that is my side.
But what is so dumb is that you're a Liverpool fan only because of that song, which is the dumbest reason to support a soccer team ever. And remember when Jose called you out on that?
Well, to be fair, though, I mean, when we go for teams, it's through a connection some way or another. So, for example, yours was through Michael Vick. Mine just happens to be through song instead of necessarily a player.
Wait, what? Can you repeat that, please?
So, when we all go for a team, especially if it's not your like home state or anything, you will sort of associate it with something or somebody you like. For example, the NFL for the Eagles was Michael Vick, if I'm not mistaken.
And well, actually, it's because my dad was always a fan of Michael Vick, even when he was with the Falcons, and so he always followed Michael Vick wherever he went because he was the best running quarterback until Lamar Jackson came along. So I've become an Eagles fan because of the memories I have, particularly watching the Eagles when they were on Channel 10 back in watching replays of Monday Night Football back in 2011, 2012. I remember watching the Eagles lose to the Giants back when Eli Manning went on that Super Bowl run. And I also remember watching the Saints lose games to both the Ravens and the Falcons.
Yeah, but as I was saying, it's like through that sort of connection.
And then
that's the thing with soccer. I don't have that.
a Broncos fan because my dad always liked John Elway, and I've always liked Peyton Manning.
So you obviously prefer Peyton over Eli.
Yeah, but that's because of teams or location or family, not because of music.
It's still a connection.
Wouldn't it be just the most ridiculous thing ever if someone supported every sport team that their club song or their team chant was just a parody of "Glory, Glory, Hallelujah"? Like, if you somehow went by that crazy logic in the EPL, you would be a Tottenham and a Manchester United fan at the same time. I mean, how
Hey, I know people who
ridiculous would
go
that
for
be?
club songs. I know my auntie goes for Sydney because the ukulele in their club song.
Oh my god, really?
So yeah, there you go. Funny reasons.
That's a ridiculous
Is it
reason.
ukulele? I'm pretty sure it is ukulele.
That's a ridiculous reason.
I mean, it's
Come
different.
on,
It's the only
man.
Sydney supporter I know. So I
Come
mean,
on, man. Oh, come on. That's funny. That's made my day. Thank you for saying that.
But like, I mean, my dad goes for Chelsea because they're blue. I mean, again, the color, another associate type thing.
Well,
So
see. Well, you're not wrong about that. A lot of the teams I root for wear red, and a lot of the teams I root against wear blue. So
and
you're
I'm
actually not
probably
wrong about
the
that.
opposite. All the teams I support pretty much have blue except the Celtics.
And Liverpool,
Oh yeah, for
who
my
are
Liverpool, yeah.
explicitly named the Reds.
Yes, that is true.
And by the way, Anfield is the most overrated stadium in the UK
What makes you say that though, compared to the others?
because Anfield doesn't even hold 60,000 people. Old Trafford has a capacity of 75,000. Wembley and Olympic Stadium have 70,000. All of the stadiums that Arsenal and Manchester City and Tottenham have built this millennium all have more than 16,000. When was the last time that Liverpool did a complete overhaul on Anfield? Like, I generally like to know if.
Well, the
if
thing is, I mean, they may not want to due to like tradition type thing. It's just like saying
and
to
that's
Adelaide
why-
Oval.
Okay,
Like,
so if you want to use that excuse, that's why Soldier Field, which is where the Chicago Bears play in the NFL, is the smallest stadium. It has under 50,000 people. They're not going for nearly 100 years. They never moved out of Soldier Field, and it's only now that they're trying to find new land to build a new stadium because they want to make it. They want to make it bigger. They know George McCaskey, who's the current owner of the Chicago Bears, knows that there's money to be made because look at what Jerry Jones has done with Jerry's World, and look at what Robert Kraft has done with Patriot Place. Stan Kroenke, who owns both the Los Angeles Rams and Arsenal, did major redevelopments of Emirates Stadium and spent $5 billion out of his own pockets. He didn't even need the taxpayers' money, which a lot of
because that guy's made of money.
which a lot of owners try to get money from the taxpayers, but Stan Kroenke didn't. He spent $5 billion out of his own pocket to build SoFi Stadium. Axel Plate says, well, 54,000 people isn't that bad. I'll tell you what, that extra 5,000 people, I think makes a slight difference, but another 20 or another 35,000 people, that really does make a difference.
But you could argue that, like, for example, Adelaide Oval, there's always talks about them destroying the hill and putting more grandstands up.
Yes,
because
I would
people
love
don't
that, but
consider.
they're not. I would love that, but they're not. They're not going to, are they? Because of tradition.
So
I mean,
you're
if
saying
you-
Adelaide
if
Oval
you-
isn't as good as
if you-
Optus or the
I mean, just-
MCG because of capacity?
Well, yes, exactly. I mean, look at all, what is it? Look at the history of games that have been played at the Adelaide Oval. I'm pretty sure more than 10% of them have been sold out.
You
I'm pretty
probably-
sure. I'm pretty sure more than 10% of them have been sold out, even when the people haven't actually gone because of their membership with teams that have a tenure there, or they're members of SACA or the Adelaide Oval.
Well, as far as I know, in terms of the last few years, or especially the last couple, the only things that have been sold out have been the Test match and the Port Adelaide finals. A lot of the minor round games haven't been sold out, including showdowns.
Yeah, but
well, technically the first one in 2020.
Yeah, but
due to
going all the
COVID,
way
but-
back to 2014, I'm pretty sure.
10%. Well,
I'm
Adelaide
pretty-
Oval's interesting because it started really well.
you know what, I would say about 10% of all games that have ever been played at Adelaide Oval have been sold out. You know what? Because of that, why don't they just knock down the hill, build our claim to fame, the Great Northern Stand? If the MCG, which has over 100,000 people, by the way, has the Great Southern Stand, why can't South Australia try to have the Great Northern Stand with the Adelaide Oval at another 5,000 people? But they're not going to do that, are they?
We know what they should do. They should just build a whole another stand on top of the riverbank stand. There you go.
You're totally right, guys. We just gone down a massive rabbit hole. We've just gone down a massive rabbit hole. See, it's all these sports people like me that come into the Lego community and just derail everyone's streams talking about sports. Like me and Stud Sidious were going around different people's live streams this morning for me while the NFL was on, just talking American sports. Like it was so funny.
I mean,
We were just having our own merry conversations while everyone else was just doing their own thing. It was so funny. Fortunately, we didn't derail everyone else, but I'm so glad that it's not just me. There are other sports fans in the community. So actually, whenever I get the chance to talk about sports, I will talk about sports. Haha.
I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, as long as you're getting like the chat engagement and stuff, and like
Exactly.
you get most people that sort
And
of
like,
like, know what you're talking about and can get involved.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that I know that I have derailed the conversation a lot, either in the comments or on the panel of people's live streams. And it's funny because I'm just such a sports fanatic. Okay, let's get on with what I actually want to do. I'm still trying to find those wide brim helmets. I've taken off all of the castle stuff I've built. So for those who haven't seen it before, this is my castle mock. This has gone through several reiterations, and I've done respective videos about this. I've done multiple videos about this, including my most recent video upload that wasn't just a live stream. So if you want to see more about this castle and any other medieval stuff I've done, feel free to go check out, I think it's the Mayo Hosko or Mocks or Mayo's Lego Mocks playlist or something. I think I might actually create a medieval castle playlist because I've done so many videos about this. So
What you've done? What, 4? Is it? If I'm correct?
I think I might have done 5 or 6, and I've got another 4 or something that I need to still upload to the channel, but I just need to do some editing changes.
All right, far out.
I think some of those wide-brimmed helmets might be in one of these drawers over here. So actually, what I should do is when I'm over here, I should lower the camera down so that I can try and find these things. So I'm sorry if my voice kind of sounds like it's far away, because I am far away. Aha. These aren't what I was looking for, but you can see in this drawer there's a lot of medieval style weapons.
Oh yes.
Here is some of the bow and arrow pieces that I need. And there's some other things like some halberds and some other sword pieces of different varieties. I think some of them might be cutlasses that belong to pirates, and I think there's a katana in here that belongs to Ninjago or something. I actually might keep this drawer on standby. Looking for the wide-brimmed helmets.
That is a lot of drawers.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna... Oopsie. I'm just gonna close the door outside my room because the TV's getting rather distracting. Let me know in the comments if you can hear my annoying TV in the background. I'm closing this door.
Guy,
Yeah?
did you get a confirmation email for pays or
Yes, I did.
like a window number or something? Or
They said that I
That's
was
fine, Will.
fried or something. Can't talk right now. Yeah, I'll...
But good to see you in the chat though. Briefly, and make an appearance for as long as you can.
Sorry about that. Oh, we've got Will Harper. Sorry, I can't stay for long. I'm actually backstage in someone's stream room right now. Oh, well, good on you then. Let me know privately what stream that is. Hope all goes well. Hit that like button. Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Will
definitely
Harper.
do that.
Definitely
And
hit that like button.
actually, I might do that as well. Actually, I'm in the stream, but I haven't hit the like button, so you know, I will do this. Actually,
Looking for the wide-brimmed helmets. I know I have some.
now the TV would be in the other room. It'd be the one next to his room. I imagine that was the TV he was referring to. No, you have to follow, in the words of Jacksepticeye, punch that like button in the face like a boss. That's what you have to do. You have to punch it. Yes, there is some Funko Pops behind me. And I've actually, funny enough, done a few videos today on them that I'm planning to release soon on some of the collections that I've got going on at the moment. So if you're keen for that, so yeah, I've got a whole variety of them. Even today, just going through them, I'm like, there's actually a whole lot here. Now, where is it? It would be.
I thought I had some wide-brimmed helmets, but I can't find them right now.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be it, I believe. Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to remind people. It's one of those things sometimes you get so invested in a video, you start watching it and then you forget to do it. So it's not as instinctive as people think. So yeah, I mean, I even forget to do it sometimes as well. So it's not a great habit to get into, but yeah.
I've just found a piece that I need to take a photo of and send to a certain someone. They're going to get a kick out of it.
Ooh, inside jokes, I see.
Yeah, actually, I'll bring this up to the camera. This is the drawer I was looking for. Sorry about the bad focus. You can see a bunch of both medieval and pirates helmets up in here. Yes, Funko. Yes, Funko Pops. Exactly. Venomous is a big is a regular collector of Funko Pops. What themes do I like? I mainly like trains and classic town, as you can kind of tell from my city. So if you like really want to see how passionate I am about trains and classic Lego town, feel free to check out the I think it's the Mayo City playlist. I think it's the Mayo City updates playlist. And feel free to check out some of those videos. I've got another city update that's going to be released tomorrow. So unfortunately, I was only able to find one of these wide-brimmed helmets.
How many did you think you had? Oh, whoops, that worked. That was
I
professional.
thought I had 3 more. I thought I had 3 more than these, so that's a little bit disappointing, actually.
Well, are you sure they're not with that one, or that they're somewhere else, or?
So I think there might be some somewhere else. I'm thinking you're right, Venomous.
Big brain.
Or they're on a tray somewhere that I just can't remember what I did with.
Yes.
Oh, there's
No,
another knife. My parents need that back.
Not gonna lie, how good would it be, like, you're a person and you can transform into different items so you know exactly where they are? You can look from
So
that
shape-
perspective of that item and you go, yes, that's where it is. It would
Yeah, well,
make things so
sometimes
much easier to find.
sometimes I do wish I could shrink down and kind of teleport to the place where or teleport to where the piece is that I'm looking for, where it actually is. That would be a good thing, because then I wouldn't have to spend hours upon end trying to find pieces that I think I have, but I don't know where they are.
Yeah. That's the thing too, it's like time consuming, so.
Yeah, it's very time consuming. You're right about that.
And especially if it's like Lego Stream too, especially if it's like different places here, there, and everywhere. It's like,
There's not any in here. They're just all bills.
Hmm.
Maybe I might have some more wide-brimmed helmets where I have where I store some of my minifigures. I think I have a space somewhere where I keep some castle minifigures. I think it's in my wardrobe somewhere. And Andrew says, I like trains too. I only have 2 passenger and cargo trains because I just started collecting last year. Yes, I've been collecting Lego trains since 2010. So I have the yellow cargo train, I have the red passenger train, I have the blue cargo train, I have the heavy haul train, and I have the green cargo train, all within the last decade. And I prefer to collect the cargo trains over the passenger trains because I'm more interested in freight railways than passenger railways. That's probably coming from a country where passenger trains are dead because aeroplanes rule. But in Europe, the UK, and the Asian islands, the Asian island nations, or those on the peninsula, railways rule over aeroplanes.
yeah.
So
Well, the
they
thing
have
is
totally
with stuff
different
like that,
perspectives
they're
on
not
why.
as big, so.
Exactly. They're not as big, so that means that trains are more feasible than planes.
Having said that, some of the train
In
rides across Australia,
in Australia and the US, there's so many wide open There's so many wide open plains that planes are more viable option than trains.
I will say though, there are some good Australian like train rides going from like Sydney to Perth, Adelaide to Darwin. Like, there are some really good ones. They're expensive.
They're focused on tourism, not cross country commutes.
They're
That's why they don't make as much money, because they're more focused on tourism or heritage than actually getting from destination to destination.
Well, I mean, it's not the quickest way to get from destination to destination, but says me, the person who buses everything interstate instead of flies, because busing is cheaper.
Yeah, I couldn't stand to be on an interstate bus in this country. When I
it's not too bad. And actually, I've got to do it again in January.
When I go to the US, I know that it would be a very good option to catch an interstate bus. It'd be much cheaper.
Depends on where you're going, though, to be fair.
Much cheaper than Amtrak, and the interstate buses in the US go a lot more places than what the Amtrak trains do.
Yeah. I mean,
no, they're not. I'm just going to pull some of these sections out and just dump them all over my bed, and then just put them back later once I find the pieces. And
yeah,
I know I'm going.
When I did the bus in 2019, it wasn't too bad. Like, you had friends there, like, you're talking to, sometimes like music and stuff. Like, so that's not too bad. And I've got to do it again in January, so it's not too bad. I'm going, well, at this stage, hoping to go to Melbourne, so.
Oh, you catch the bus when you go to Melbourne. Oh, my God.
Yep, certainly do. Well, the thing is, it's just easier because all you need is a bus ticket you can go on, and and then obviously stuff at the border with flights at the moment, the amount of security and testing and stuff that's going on with all this sort of things that's happening in the world. Plus, the airport's a lot more. I don't know how to put it.
They've got more germs flying around the place.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Like, I'm just like used to busing or driving things. I've only been on a plane once. No, well, for one trip when I went to Perth, that was it. So, but even then, I didn't really do much for that. I just set that all up. So,
and I'm not seeing any more of the wide-brimmed helmets, which is a little bit disappointing.
Yeah,
I have less than what I thought I did.
That is very unfortunate, to say the least.
I probably got more of the Indiana Jones hat than I do the wide-brimmed helmets.
There you go. Replace the wide-brim helmets there with the Indiana Jones hat. Don't know how that would look, but you know what?
I wish it was the other way around, because I don't really have much use for the Indiana Jones hat. Oh, there we go. Those are some of the minifigures I was looking for.
Well, progress.
Okay, there's two more of the wide-brimmed hats. So
okay, we get it somewhere.
That means, for those who don't know, this would be a reference to hauling and bowling. According to my calculations, I'm still on the search for one more. Actually, that's a piece I need to help piece together a set for Matthew. So I'll actually keep that on standby.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, because I'll give a little bit of a backstory. So I've got a bunch of these. I think they're either painted or metallic silver wide-brimmed helmets. And I actually got a Nexonites poly bag. Yeah, back when Nexonites was still a thing. Back in 2018 or so. And it came with this blue version of the Black Falcon. No, not the Black Falcons. The wide-brimmed helmet. So you know what, blue. That's a perfect. This would be perfect for a Black Falcons archer, because the Black Falcons have a lot of blue in their insignia and their color scheme. Alrighty-o. So here are 3 of the wide-brimmed helmets. Actually, you can see there's actually a difference. Let me just rest the blue one on my laptop. You can see there is a difference. Actually, hang on. Or are my eyes just deceiving me? No,
They
they're
look similar from here, but
no, they're the same. I thought one was painted silver and one was metallic silver. The lighting is very bad, so I apologize. From one angle, they look different.
Identical from here.
From one angle, they look different, but it was just the light reflecting off of them differently. What's I've actually got a lot of the new style chrome gold king's crowns, which is a pretty nice element. That lighting is so bright that you cannot see this.
Yeah, it sort of like shines off, and my room's really bad for that. So as well, because the light's sort of central, so it sort of just bounces off everything.
And I just
Which you'll
spilled
find
that,
out
and
in some
now
of my videos.
I just spilled that, and now it's lost forever.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. There's the other one. There's the other one. I knew there was I had 2 of these wide brimmed helmets on minifigures in the castle, and I knew that I had some others spare laying around. So that brings up 4, and I've already built one of my archers. So now I think unless I find any more somehow, I just need to buy 3 more off of Bricklink. And going back to the King's Crown, I also have one in the painted gold, which still painted gold is way better than pearl gold. I'll tell you that. Let's actually, I've got some pearl gold elements nearby me. So this is, if I can get it in the shot. See the sheen that comes off of that with the light reflection? This is the painted gold, and this is the pearl gold. There's a big difference. I do not like the pearl gold, and I know a lot of people who don't like the pearl gold.
Yeah, I feel like with the gold, it needs to be sort of shiny.
Yes.
It's sort of like the silver as well, but...
Rightio. So I've got 4 of these, which means, actually, I think I might need to do something on Forged Empires. So let me just check my clock. It is 9:53 p.m. in South Australia right now. Yeah, we've just gone over a little bit over 53 minutes. And Axel says Baloo Bricks has amazing trains, and Trix Bricks has great track. Yes, I know a lot about Trix Bricks. I do a lot of interesting 3D printed track pieces.
What, like Lego track pieces?
They sell track pieces that Lego just doesn't sell.
Really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, like they have some interesting style switches that I'd love to own for my railway line, but they're just too expensive for me to buy. Yeah. Oh, hello, Brex Builds. He says it is 11:23 a.m. in the UK. Yes, I thought it'd be getting around midday.
Yes.
Over there, which means it'd be after midday for Axel Plate. And Thomas Davis says the metallic colors are better by far. Yes, I agree with that statement. I much prefer the metallic colors, and with the metallic gold, just for example, over the pearl gold. The pearl gold just looks too orange. It's got an ugly orange hue that I just don't like.
I don't know whether it's necessarily, to me, it's not, it still looks gold. Like,
Yeah,
to me, it's still gold, but
it looks gold, but it's a very orange gold.
it's just
And
not
like
shiny. I
Lego,
like shiny
and
things.
like I think pearl gold is the most common color of gold that they have on the market, and they made some kind of change with the pearl gold either in 2020 or 2019 that I think looks better, but it still does not compare to the metallic and the painted gold. I have a
Yeah.
lot of nostalgia for the metallic or the painted. See, I can never get the right names for the different variations of the gold color, but they had some really cool bronze or copper elements
All right. Yeah.
in the fantasy castle era. And out of all of us, Brett's builds probably is the most likely to know what I'm talking about. They had some really cool copper colored elements that they used with the sets like the Dwarves Mine that were just really cool. I have a lot of nostalgia for that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I just like shiny things. So, and especially metallic. To me, if you're going to have a metallic properly, you've got to have that shine that most sort of metal does. So, I mean, it just only sort of makes sense to me. So,
It only makes sense to me as well. 69. 69, dudes! Yeah, Brett's build says that Dwarves Mine is behind me, lol. Yes, that's a white well set for me. Dwarves Mine. 384 plus 69, dudes. And for those who don't know, I believe that's a reference to Bill and Ted.
well, I haven't seen the movie, so I cannot tell you that at all.
Briggs are, and they might be Briggs always say that in some of their videos when they're together. By the way, in the description of every Mayo Hosko video, there is a link to Briggsar's channel. So if you're not already subscribed, feel free to go and subscribe to Briggsar. I mean, if you're not already subscribed, then there must be a screw loose or something.
Yes, no doubt.
Or you just don't have the appreciation for vintage Lego. Which I know that some people can't stand it, honestly. They just prefer the contemporary Lego,
Well, it just
which is
sort of depends on what you're into.
understandable.
But
Which is understandable because contemporary Lego looks more. It looks a lot more realistic, but I prefer the creativity of the vintage Lego myself.
yeah, I mean, with the new Lego though, you can still get pretty creative if you wanted to. Though I don't know whether they've really sort of
Yes,
gone away
there
from
is.
that.
Yeah, there is. Well, you can get more creative because there's more pieces in the parts inventory than ever. But I think it's a better challenge to use simplified pieces and make it in a way that it looks detailed as hell. Like that's why I love the Victory Lap Raceway so much. That's why I love sets like the Metro Park and Service Tower, the Big Wig Truck Stop, the Sail and Fly Marina, the Cargo Centre, Main Street, um, the Town Square Castle scene. What are some other like? What are some other big classic town sets? The Intercoastal Seaport and the Launch and Load Seaport. Those are white well sets for me. They sell for hundreds of dollars. Yeah, sets like are also the Century Skyway Airport. That's my favorite airport of all time, by the way, even though I have the 1986 airport used. Yeah, I think about sets like that, and I think about those big piece count sets that they made with so many simple pieces. I mean, granted, those sets for those times were probably builds that were more complicated, but by today's standards, what was complicated back in the 80s and the 90s is chopped liver by today's standards. There's so many intricately detailed pieces on the market right now. And I'm not saying they're bad or anything, because I really like some of those pieces. I just have a bigger appreciation for vintage Lego, so I'll always be partial to the vintage Lego techniques. So I've just done some things on Forge of Empires, so hopefully I'll be done with that now. I just need to do something else very, very, very quickly. So while I do that, I think I'm going to switch over to my phone now, because my phone should have some suitable levels of charge, and I can actually show you guys building some of those archers with the wide-brimmed helmets.
Yes, that sounds like a plan. For so Axel, I tell you what, I could probably see that, to be honest. Especially when so many things have got like that much like vintage and cool stuff. I could see that, to be honest. I imagine you're not in the like only boat with that. I mean, I can see that.
If you couldn't tell, it's very hard for a Venomous Taipan to engage conversation about Lego. Yay, I got in the Crystal League. Awesome, that's an easy 100 Forge points.
I mean, I do have some knowledge, but it definitely wouldn't be to the levels as most of the other people in the chat is. I wouldn't say I'm completely
Because I need to train you, young grasshopper, young Padawan. 91. You know what? I'm not an expert on the Lego Brickheads at all, but if anyone is in the comments, maybe if Venomous Taipan, or when a Venomous Taipan does his collection video of his Funko Pops, maybe someone who's knowledgeable of the Lego Brickheads could tell Venomous Taipan in the comments of his video if any of those Funko Pops have been made as Brickheads, and maybe if there are some, maybe we can try to convince Venomous Taipan into doing some comparison videos between those Brickheads and the Funko Pops. And if some of those comparisons are Brickheads that are still on the market, maybe we can even convince Venomous Taipan to buy some Brickheads. And hello, Macro Bricks.
Yeah, I'm down for that. To be honest,
Hello,
I'm down for that.
Macro
I have.
He says, "Morning all, off to work I go. Hi ho, hi ho."
Oh yeah, that's early. All right.
Yeah. It's great to see people just stopping on by and letting themselves be heard in the comments, even if they are here for just 2 minutes. It still warms my heart to see people just rock up and then leave, because I know that I do that all the time to get around people's live streams.
Yeah, I'm not great with that, because
Honestly,
for me with live streams, I always
honestly, just thank you for all of the people who've stopped by today. I'll do a recap at the end.
Yeah, all's well over here, Macro. Glad you could join the stream for a little bit while you're off to work.
I know that this is the most inconvenient time for a lot of people right now, because all of my North American friends are heading off to work right now.
Yeah,
a lot of my UK and European friends are at work right now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though. Like with the time zone, like usually, especially when I'm at uni, like middle of the day, like when you do your live streams, that is like I'm always doing something in the afternoon. So Or is
Yeah, like the only
Spartan
reason
doing
I
it?
went live is because I knew that you'd be there to talk to me. That's a new approach I'm going for. Whenever I need to do live streams just to run out my 3 hours, um, or just take the time to go live because I'm just motivated to go live.
Yeah.
Even when I'm doing live streams that's not in time slots that's convenient for my North American, European, and UK friends, if I've got someone from Australia that I know I can count on to be there,
Yeah.
either you Venomous or Captain Matt, sometimes Thomas Davey. Like me and Thomas Davey have been going a lot on a back and forth on Instagram, just talking about stuff. And I know that when the time best suits us, I know that we'd definitely like to do live streams together in sometime in the future when the stars align. So I know that even so that if I'm going live at an inconvenient time, I'm not going to care because at least I can at least I can hang out with someone in the panel. That's why this is a brand new live stream series actually, which is Mayo Hosko Hangouts Live, because I'm just hanging out with someone.
Well, I mean, it pretty much explains what's going on. So, I mean, why not? So,
Exactly, and like for these for this series of Mayo Hosko Hangouts, there's not going to be something it's not going to be the same thing over and over again. Just like how Graveyard Mayo isn't the same thing over and over again. But
Yeah.
if I come up with a descriptive title like I'm building fan mail or I'm building a certain set, then obviously I have to do that. But I like these types of streams with a kind of nondescript title, like just a random hangout, or instead of talking about what I'm doing, giving the time of day, like early morning Mayo or graveyard Mayo, or early afternoon or a midday Mayo, which I think I'm gonna start the live stream series called Midday Mayo because because now that we're in daylight saving and the US is out of daylight saving, I want to start my streams at 12:30 p.m. I started, for those who watched my 8 hour live stream, I started that at 12:30 p.m.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to do live streams at 12:30 p.m. in South Australia, because that's 2 a.m. in the UK and that's 9 p.m. North American Eastern Standard Time. And it wouldn't make sense for me to call that early morning Mayo, so I'm going to be calling that either early afternoon or midday Mayo. I'm still undecided on the title yet.
Right, yeah. I like Midday Mayo because you got that alliteration, but that's just
Yes, I think I'm leaning towards midday Mayo. I actually, to be honest, just thought about that because I was like, you know what, that's alliteration. What time is it in Australia? Asks Andrew. Right now it is 10:08 p.m. in South Australia, which means it's 10:38 p.m. on Australian Eastern Daylight Time, which means I believe
7:38 at Australian Western Time.
Australian Pacific Time, I think it is. I've got, yes, it's 7:38 in Perth right now.
Yes. It's always 2.5 during daylight savings. I just know this off by heart.
Yeah, I know it off by heart as well, but I always forget if Perth is in daylight savings or not.
Well, Perth don't have daylight savings. They've never really had it. So when we're in it, it's 2.5. When we're not in it, it's 1.5.
So Western Australia doesn't have daylight saving.
Yeah, that's why it's 1.5 when we're out of daylight savings,
Okay.
but 2.5 when we're in.
That makes sense to me.
Because not all states have it. In fact, Queensland doesn't have it. So we're actually half an hour ahead of Queensland.
And Northern Territory doesn't have it either.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to give a quick thank you. We've got double-digit viewers right now. Thank you, everyone who's turned up.
I do. That is good. Good to hear that.
And actually, because we've got double-digit viewers, I'm quickly going to find a link to the Matt Simmons channel. Matt Simmons is one of the big inspirations for, well, actually, I created my YouTube channel because of Matt Simmons. And Matt Simmons needs all our help possible because right now he is not monetized. So he does a lot of awesome videos about vintage Lego. So obviously that was a huge inspiration for me. Right now, Matt Simmons isn't making a lot of videos because he's not monetized. He does a lot of really cool, really awesome vintage Lego set overviews and modifications of vintage sets to make them even better and make them look more realistic. So if anyone also gets inspired by people who do vintage Lego content on their YouTube channels, feel free to subscribe to Matt Simmons because Matt Simmons needs all our help possible. And we've got he's got more than enough subscribers to be monetized, but he needs more watch time hours. So even if you just go to his playlist of all of his Lego videos, and you so if you just go to the playlist of his Lego videos and you literally just strap that on in the background or just leave it running in the background while you're doing something just to run up that watch time hours. And if you really want to help out, feel free to actually watch the videos and like and comment on his videos. He's been making videos since 2007. So Matt Simmons is a veteran in the community. He is a veteran.
Yeah, not right.
Let me see if I can pin this comment. Yes, pin the message. There we go. It should be the pinned comment now. I'll keep that pinned for the rest. Let me quickly review some of these comments because I know that we've got some people in here. Yeah. And Matt Crow Bricks said, "You all got a friend in me. You got a friend in me."
Good old Randy Newman.
And Andrew says, "Oh, okay, so people there who go online around 10 or 11 p.m. our time and late in the morning or early afternoon for your time." And we have Johnny G. Hello, Johnny G.
Yeah, so that's about mid-afternoon, about 2:30. I just sort of did the quick calculation.
Exactly, Thomas Davies. Hit that and smash that like button. Axel says, "I hope they get rid of the daytime, summertime, wintertime thing here soon. They've wanted to get rid of it for years."
Yeah, it's very confusing. I'm not going to lie, because some countries come out of it earlier than others. Like the US do it completely different to how we do it, and it's just very confusing.
We have Scott's blocks in the panel.
How you going, Scott?
For the next half an hour or so, I'll actually try to send Scott an invite via Discord. Scott's blocks doesn't have Instagram, but he does have a Discord. So now, and whenever I see Scott's blocks in the comments, that always gives me a trigger to go to the Mayo Hosko Discord server and send out an invite to people who are active at the time in the Mayo Hosko Discord server. By the way, there should be links for my Discord server in some of my descriptions right now. So Scott's blocks, I just sent out the StreamYard link via Discord if you want to come on here for the next half an hour. That's literally all I've got for my free StreamYard hours. I think I had 1 hour and 47 minutes.
StreamYard? So what, an hour and 47 you said?
Yeah, I think I had an hour and 47 minutes free.
Okay, yeah. That's fine.
So I just sent the invite via Discord if Scott has the time.
Yeah, no, he just said he's off to work in the comments here.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case.
People working, how inconsiderate.
Exactly, work. Exactly, employment. Employment comes before YouTube, definitely. Actually, I had 1 hour and 43 minutes to go.
To go from here.
Yeah. Well, no, 1 hour and 43 minutes free left.
Okay, so you've got to do it probably, what, hour 35, hour 40 then probably.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
It's so good. And actually, Soul Good is the name of I think that's the name of the detectives agency in the city of Bricks, which is for those who don't know, is what Macro Bricks calls his Lego City. Yes. Scott says, I just wanted to say hi and show some love right quick. Yes, that's what I always do. So I know exactly where you're coming from. Mark did the same. Will Harper did the same, and I think some other people did the same as well. I always
I'm a bit different.
Even if you can only stay around for only 2 minutes, it's still great to see your name in the comments. That still warms my heart because I know that people are at least taking the time out of their day to say hello. I know a lot of people do that for me, and I've always done that for a lot of people as well. Axel
I'm
says,
a little
funny.
bit different.
YouTube is more important than work. If
Work.
YouTube is your work, true that. Ask Brixie about that.
Not wrong.
Thomas Davey says, is that what your dad said when you missed the live stream? Work comes before YT. Well, actually, me and my dad had scheduled to go out clothes shopping anyway. He just got done with his work earlier. So for those who were freaking out why I scheduled a live stream at 10:40 a.m. South Australian time on Sunday, but I didn't go live, and then at 11:10 a.m. I suddenly remembered, oh crap, I scheduled a live stream. That's why I deleted it. So I'm sorry for causing that confusion and delay and wasting anyone's time.
How could you? This is absolute outrage.
So for the next part, I'm going to go back onto my phone so I can build the the archers for the Black Falcons. Then I'll end the live stream.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit different when it comes to like going in and out of live streams and like typing hi in the comments. I think a lot of it's due to like if I'm watching a live stream, I've sort of got to be there. Like I always sort of like your sort of like live stream and friends live streams, but for live streams in the most part, I've sort of got to be there, sort of watching it. That's just sort of my thing, and especially with like the YouTubers I watch as well, they've got like at least most of the time 1,000 viewers. So
Exactly.
it's always sort of hard to sort of stand out. Does give you a good feeling though when they do read your comments, but that doesn't happen that often. But anyway.
Exactly. So for those who didn't watch the live stream last night, I built all of these minifigures. Some of them have their heads and their weapons. Some of them are decapitated, but they do have their weapons nearby. And for those who missed out on both of my previous 2 live streams, these are the armymen I want to build for my medieval army. I won't go into big detail. If you want to hear those big details, go watch my 2 previous live streams. This is a knight, this is a spearman, this is a crossbowman, and this is an archer. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to get this phone into very, very quickly, get this phone into my tripod, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'm
Right.
going to mute myself. Maybe Venomous Taipan wants to promote himself for those who have come in late.
Right. Yes, well, good to see new people joining the live stream, even if it is just quickly. Good to see that supporting the Mayo Hosko YouTube channel as well. That's always good to see as well. Always good supporting your friends and fellow live streamers as well, fellow content creators. For people who probably haven't seen me, there's a few names I actually haven't seen before. I'm Venomous Taipan, good friend of Mayo Hosko, and I also do my own content. Started a YouTube channel recently, and have some exciting content in store. It's a little bit different to the Lego that Mayo Hosko's channel is based around, but my channel is based around the sort of computer type PC gaming or like emulator stuff at the moment. Collection stuff. I'm a big sort of collector as well. And also, if you missed the first part of the live stream, a bit of a sports buff. So, yeah, so there'll be other sporting stuff and vlogs coming out. And in fact, I'm planning to have one out next Friday. So, yeah, so if that's the type of content you're into and enjoy, go have a check out of that and leave some feedback and, like and subscribe to some of the videos, help support the channel like you show the support for Mayo Hosko. So, and it's great that you are doing that. So, and it's always good to see like new faces and interacting with new people. It's always good. Unfortunately for me, just when everybody's sort of on usually and most active, I tend to be not due to the time zone. Time zones stuff around with me quite a bit because I tend to be more active at night in terms of live streams and stuff like that, compared to like the afternoons is when I get a lot of like my work done and all that type of stuff. So, but yeah, but I do plan to try and get into more live streams now that uni is over. So that is the idea and that is the plan. And while also creating my content. So, and the grind do not stop. So, yeah.
So I got the 4 heads that I just quickly found. I got the 4 wide-brimmed helmets.
So they're not decapitated.
I know I've got 4 of the bow and arrow pieces in here. And I've got 4 torsos ready to go. So let's build some minifigures. And actually, at the end of this, I'll find 3 other heads so that I can finish building these 3 crossbowmen right here. So yeah, it feels great to finally have the time to build these archers. Because this morning when I did my live stream before the NFL started, for those who don't know, I always go 3 hours live before the NFL starts.
Yes.
I built I want to say I built all of these spearmen right here, and I built these 3 I built these 2 crossbowmen. That's because I had those pieces on hand. I didn't want to wake up my family, so I couldn't go and find these other head pieces. And I didn't want to turn on the lights because that might have woken them up. Now this one is actually going to have the blue the blue helmet. So maybe I might designate this one as the senior archer or something because he's got the blue brimmed helmet.
Yes, blue makes him special.
So I've already built one right-hander. So now I'm going to build, I think I'll build 4 right-handers and 1 left-hander. I think I'll designate the one who's wearing who will be the one wearing the blue wide-brimmed helmet as the one who is left-handed. Actually,
Yeah,
I'll have to build these off camera because it's very difficult to get the hands. It's very difficult to get the bow and arrow pieces in the hands of the minifigures.
Is it?
Yeah. So now that I have all of these Black Falcons minifigures, now I have to decide what I want to do with all of the Lion Knights minifigures I got from the castle sets that came out in 2013. So I might put that to a vote with my Patreon supporters, but if anyone in the comments has any recommendations that they'd like to throw out there, feel free to let me know your thoughts, and I might consider putting some of your ideas up to the vote that my Patreon supporters will vote upon. And for those who don't know, Macro Bricks, who was in the comments earlier, and Venomous Taipan are supporters of the Mayo Hosko channel on Patreon.
Yes, we are. Is Captain Matt not either? I thought he was.
No, he hasn't had the money for a little while now, even though he does. He just hasn't shown his support right now. So that means he doesn't get to vote on my polls. And I know that there are a lot of polls that you haven't voted on either.
Yes, I do need to catch up on that. I'm not going to lie.
Exactly.
And
there's a lot of exclusive. There's a lot of exclusive information I've shared with you, Macro and Cajun Yeti, on my Patreon that no one else will ever know, or no one else will know for a long time away.
Yes.
Because I've shared a lot of my secret projects. Oh, oopsie! I totally forgot. I need to be adding the quivers to the back of the archers. That's a total blunder from me. Because how else are they going to get their arrows?
Psychic powers.
I totally messed up. That's a fail.
No, psychic powers, they could just, instead of pulling the bow back, what they can do is just hold it there, and then they just go whoosh. They just force. They can, use the force. That's what they can do. They can use the force.
May the force be with you, Luke.
Yes. So who needs a quiver? Although
some of these bow and arrows are getting really damaged, honestly.
Well, they're probably fragile pieces because of how small they are, aren't they?
They're fragile pieces because they require a ridiculous amount of grip to get them in the hands of the minifigures.
Oh, yeah, that also sounds like a struggle.
So there's one of them with the quiver of arrows. Just going to see if I can put these quivers on the backs of these archers without taking the bow and arrow out of their hands, because I don't want to have to put them back in again.
So welcome to the Mayo Hosko struggle session, where he...
Yep, here we go. We're going to struggle until the cows come home.
Well, the cows may never return, so have fun with that.
They might be a burger by the time I'm done with all this stuff.
Yep, probably. Become a good McDonald's burger.
And also, I just want to give another Oh, hello SRTV. Hello.
How you going?
We're gonna be wrapping up the stream in 10 minutes.
But it
Yes.
was. I'm glad that you've been able to come along. Thank you for coming along.
No problem.
Yeah, so everyone, feel free to go and check out some of Steve Reynolds' live streams sometime. And
Oh,
also,
cool.
I want to give a shout out to Brick Sloth, who turned up in the comments of my live stream I did before the NFL starts. Brick Sloth has a really awesome city. Brick Sloth does a lot of storytelling in Sloth City, and I've gotten a lot of inspiration from Sloth City, all of the storytelling. That's why you'll notice that in a lot of my recent Lego City, Mayo City updates, I've tried to focus a lot more on the storytelling elements. And when my next city update gets released tomorrow, you'll see that there's a lot, and people who have early access on Patreon might already know that I have incorporated a lot more storytelling into Mayo City.
Yes, that is definitely evident to see.
And so definitely subscribe to Bricksloth. Bricksloth has less than 300 videos. And I'm pretty sure Bricksloth doesn't have a video more than 15 minutes long. So I'd say it's pretty manageable, honestly, to watch all of Bricksloth's videos, and that's my goal. And hello, Tasman Bricks. So both
Tasman,
Steve
how you
Reynolds
going?
and Tasman getting here at the end of the live stream.
Yep, everybody coming in late.
We're going to end this in about 10 minutes time, but it was great for you two to stop on by.
Yep, everybody coming in.
Because even if
late.
someone just stops on by for 2 minutes, I'd say that's better than not stopping on by at all. So thank you, everyone.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, thank you, those who have stopped on by for just 2 minutes, and an even bigger thank you for those who have watched this stream the whole time. You guys are the lifeblood of the Mayo Hosko channel, so thank you. I need to find 3 more I need to find 3 more heads so I can build these last couple figures, because I've got 3 crossbowmen that I want to build.
Yes, build the crossbowman.
Need to find 1 more head that I think will be suitable.
But also, it's good to see different people like going in and out of the
medieval
chat as
person.
well.
You know, why not use this guy? Okay, got 3 more heads. Got 3 more heads. So let's build these 3 Black Falcons crossbowmen, and we'll wrap up the live stream and call it quits. Call it a day. So, for those who don't know, I've done 2 live streams today, and I've done that actually. I can't for some of the last Mondays because I've just felt like going live for various reasons. Had the motivation to go live. Either I knew someone would be there with me, or I had things to get off of my chest. And I want to thank all of you guys who have watched those live streams. And if anyone doesn't know the context of what I'm doing right now with all of these Black Falcons minifigs, I would strongly suggest to understand the full context that you go and watch the previous 2 Mayo Hosko live streams to get the full context about what's going on. 2 live streams ago, I showed off the invoice of all of the pieces I ordered from Bricks and Pieces to build these Black Falcons minifigures. And in the last live stream, I built a lot of the spearmen and some of the crossbowmen. And there they are. There's 2 more crossbowmen that I can add to the Mayo Hosko medieval army. Yes, and that's literally everything I wanted to get done this live stream.
That's
That was
almost
very
perfect timing.
successful.
That's almost perfect timing. That.
Also, awesome. I'm done. Look at all of these fabulous Black Falcons minifigures. And Macro Bricks, I know, will be smiling at the sight of all of these wonderful armymen, medieval armymen.
Yes. Ready
Still
to
got
go
3 more to
battle.
go, but I'll have to go onto Bricklink to try and find some more wide-brimmed helmets. So we're going to do we're going to wrap up this live stream now. So I'll let Venomous Taipan share any projects he's got going on his YouTube channel and give out any plugs for his social media.
Alrighty, so thanks guys for coming out to the live stream, supporting Mayo Hosko, a good friend of mine. Go support his channel. Also, if you want, I've got a channel as well, starting to create content for that. So I've got a lot of collectible type content coming up, gaming type content, as well as some sporting vlog type content as well throughout the summer and winter coming up. So that's what tickles your fancy, go ahead, check it out, and subscribe. Give me any feedback. I'm still fairly new to this, not as professional as probably some of you guys in the chat or Mayo Hosko, but I mean, I'm still learning, and it's something that I'm still trying to get into the rhythm of, but any feedback would be greatly appreciated, and I'd really appreciate going out and checking out the content. So, yeah. And
Yeah, so
also,
I'll just let everyone read the scroll bar down below.
so yeah.
And while I read the scroll bar, well, while everyone reads the scroll bar down below, I will give a big thank you to Axel Plate, Irish Andrew, Brett Builds, Thomas Davey, Macro Bricks, Johnny G, Scott's Blocks, SRTV, Tasman Bricks, and we had Will Harper earlier, and there might be some other names I've forgotten about.
No,
But thank you all of you guys for coming out to the live stream today. Yes, I'm glad I was able to entertain you guys.
Yeah, no problem, Axel, anytime.
So when this stream is over, I'm actually going to go and pay for StreamYard for the month of December. I might be getting a casual job, so yeah, that's really exciting. I might be getting paid $30 an hour for my for some contract work, so that'll be exciting. So I'm thinking on days, if I do get the job, on days where I'm not at work, I will be sure to do live streams on those days. And if that's the case, if I end up working regular days, and we had the Cajun Yeti pop up here at the very end. Thank you for stopping on by, even if it was just for the last bit of the live stream. All the support counts. Thank you for showing up. So this has been another live stream. More lots, like dozens, multiple dozens of live streams to come for the rest of the month of December, and dozens more again in January. Thank you for watching this live stream. Thank you everyone who showed up in the comments. Thank you Venomous Taipan for showing up
No
in the
problem.
panel. I will see you in the next live stream, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, guys. You have been awesome.
See you, everybody.
Bye.